everybody, my name is Johnny. I'm new here on YouTube. This is my baby Sage. She's new too. I just got her a few weeks ago and we just wanted to get on here and meet some friends and introduce ourselves to you guys. We want to share our story about how we met, how we've been bonding so far. I want to show you guys some of the things that I got for Sage. I created this channel because there's so many new things happening in my life. I'm an artist, a struggling broke artist. And I know there's a lot of creatives out here just like me, you know, millennials trying to make their goals and dreams happen. So I figured I'd make this channel for people like me, where we can share tips about how to stay bougie on a budget. That's the whole point of it. Creating is not the cheapest thing. Hell, adulting is not the cheapest thing to do. So I thought I would create a space where we could come together. I'm not just here to give you guys all the tips. I don't know it all. I'm sure you guys have a whole lot of things that can make my life easier too. So that's the point of this channel. I want to look at you guys as my friends. Let's get to know each other. Let's share tips about what's going on in the world and how we're all navigating it. I just became a dog mom, so I figured, why not start there? I've been wanting to be a dog parent for so long. I've been a dog parent, but not really fully on my own. I've had 2 adult dogs throughout my life. The first one was a family dog. The second one, it was my dog, but I shared it with someone else. So, well, I guess it was my dog, but I didn't like buy it, is what I'm trying to say. So, Sage is the first dog that I spent all of my coins on. She lives with me fully in a house just with me. I take care of her. She's mine. So this is and she's actually my first puppy. So this is my first experience getting to see a puppy grow from youth to adult. So it's really exciting for me, and I know there's a bunch of other people who has gotten puppies during this pandemic. My entire neighborhood is filled with puppies. We've gotten to meet so many amazing dogs in our neighborhood, and if it's okay with their parents, eventually maybe you guys can even meet them. But we'll just start with my baby Sage today. I'll tell you guys a little about where I got her, how I got her, the things I've bought for her, and just other little information. So I hope you guys stay tuned. I have an accent. I hope you guys stay watching this video. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is where I got Sage from. She wants to get down and play, so she's getting a little antsy. I got Sage from, I want to close my door, but I don't want to get up. I got Sage from a puppy. They're not one specific breeder. It's like a third party type of like wholesale type of puppy place. They sell puppies for breeders. So if you are a breeder and you have puppies, you take it to them and they market it and sell it to customers. So that's how that's where I got her. The place is actually called Premier Pups, and they're located in Johnstown, Ohio. And before I even found Sage, I looked for a puppy for so long, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are going through the same thing, or if you already have your puppy, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. I was all over Craigslist. I was looking at like local puppy places in my state, in my city, and some were definitely scammers, and the ones in my city, I just didn't feel like that was the puppy for me. I really wanted to take my time with this one, because I wanted this dog to like really stay in my life for a while. I feel like other times that I had dogs, I really wasn't as prepared. So, and I still, well, the other dog I don't really feel too much guilt for, because he was terrible. He terrorized me in my own home for so long. And his name was Ace. I rescued him from a shelter in Pennsylvania a few years ago. And I loved him to pieces, but he was just, whoo, child. He was a rebel, and I tried with him for a long time, and I just ended up taking him back to the shelter eventually because it wasn't fair to him or me. He needed somebody that had more patience and skills for the things that he was doing. And my first dog is the one that I really felt so much guilt for. Her name is Bella. She was the dog that really showed me how much a dog could pour love into a human being. And so I all throughout the years, I still carried a lot and still do carry guilt about neglecting Bella, and I'll just say it like that. No sugarcoating it. I feel like she was there for me during the time that I needed her, and eventually, I know we all go through it where we want the dog at first and we're loving it and everything is great, and then we get busy, and then the parents is taking care of the dog, and then eventually it's like, okay, we got to get rid of this dog. And that's pretty much what happened. But then, like, literally a day after it happened, I tried to get Bella back, but the person that I gave her to stopped answering. And so it's like I didn't even have an opportunity to correct my mistake with Bella, and I feel so bad. And Bella, I love you so much. If you're still alive, I'm so sorry. You are an angel. I hope you're being treated like the amazing dog that you are. And here's your sister Sage. But anyways, that's just a little backstory on my whole dog journey so far, which has led me to Sage. Those were my two experiences, and I told myself, this time you're going to take your time until it's the right time, and you have the time to take care of this dog and give it the life that it deserved. And that's what I did. So like I said, I looked and I got scammed. I actually did get scammed on Craigslist. I think it was like Christmas of like 2020 or 19. I paid a deposit for a puppy and never got a puppy, and I got scammed. And then after that, I was waiting on a breeder for the leader to be born, and when it was supposedly born, it was just a mess. It was a scam. So I was so discouraged that I just started thinking outside the box. I said, stop looking in your state, in your city. There's dogs everywhere in the United States. Get out of your comfort zone and see what else is out there, and in a way that probably you're not used to, but it could work. And that's what I did. So I just started Googling, sorry guys, my house is making weird noises. But yeah, so that's what I did. I stepped outside the box. I looked up puppy places all around. I found one in Maryland that I really liked, and I thought that would be the one. But right after I spoke to them, I ended up finding this place in Ohio. And when I tell you, because the first place, like, I was happy it was close by. They had good puppies, but I still didn't feel like that was, I still didn't see any puppies that were the puppy. You know what I'm saying? So I kept looking. Sorry, mama. I kept looking, and that's when I found Premier Pups in Ohio. And immediately when I clicked on their page, like, it was just a freaking just puppies raining everywhere, and the exact type of puppies that I wanted, which brings me to Premier Pups. They specialize in toy breeds, so majority of the puppies on there are toy breeds, meaning like poodles, cavapoos. Oh gosh, you guys do a lot. Cavapoos, Yorkies. I didn't really see any Chihuahuas on there, teddy bears. And like, I mean, I was so impressed that, like, at first I really thought that they were scammers too, but I came on YouTube like I always do. And I typed their name in, and I saw it wasn't even a bunch of reviews, which is another reason why I'm happy to be doing this review for them. They don't even know I'm doing this. I spent my coins. They're not endorsing me for anything. But that's another reason why I wanted to make this video for you guys, because I wanted you guys to hear of a legit place that you can spend your money to get a healthy, loving puppy and not be scammed. There's not a lot of reviews on there for Premier Pups, so I just wanted to add on to it, just so they have another person vouching for them that they are a legit company and you will not be scammed when you get your puppy from them. And that's that. So now let's get into the details about Sage, because baby's getting tired. And just quickly, not to give you guys a whole nother long story or whatever, but the day I was supposed to go pick Sage up, and as far as Premier Pups, because I don't want to use this entire first vlog just speaking on them. So if you guys have any information about them, or maybe I'll do a whole nother vlog just focusing on that experience dealing with Premier Pups, so you guys know what the whole process would be if you were to purchase a puppy from them. But I want this first vlog to be you guys getting to know me and Sage. So the day that I was supposed to go get Sage, I was gonna go with my pet fish, Merino. That was the pet I had before fish. That's the pet I had before I got Sage. He was a betta fish, and he was like blue and just so beautiful. Me and Merino, even we took road trips together and everything like that. I don't even want to get too deep into it, but that was my baby. And the day that we were supposed to take our second road trip to go get his sister Sage, I had actually went to Petco to buy other fishes to put in the tank. And when I got home and when I went to go put the other fishes in the tank, I saw he ended up sadly passing away the day we were supposed to take the trip. And it was so freaking sad, and I will save that story for another day. I'll give you guys a whole story on my experience with Merino and the fishes I have now. That's a whole another vlog to come. But back to Sage. So yeah, I ended up taking the road trip by myself. It was a 7-hour drive there and back. It was actually not as bad as I thought it was. I'm pretty used to driving and doing road trips by myself, but I liked the road trip so much because I've always wanted to see West Virginia. I've lived in and out of Virginia for a long time, but I've never been to West Virginia. I didn't even know where West Virginia was. So it's definitely not a place that I want to go visit to chill. But I really enjoyed driving through it. The mountains are so beautiful. Like, the mountains look like the ones in Avatar. Like, that's how surprisingly beautiful they were. Like, they are so freaking beautiful. If you've never been to West Virginia, drive through there. If you Black, I'm not saying stop for too long, and that's just keeping it real, because we do keep it real on this channel. Don't go just chill there, but just drive through and you'll enjoy the mountains. So I drove to Premier Pups, got Sage, and I drove back the same day. So yeah, the day I picked her up, she was just so timid and shy, and it was raining too that day, so she was like she was shivering and she was just really cold. And luckily I brought her one of her blankets. She had a hard time eating the kibble at first because it was too hard for her teeth. So I watched a bunch of YouTube videos that told me to soak it in either warm water or broth. I decided to do both, the water to soften it up, of course, and then the broth just to add flavor. But then me thinking of like putting myself in her shoes, and I'm like, I'm human and I'm African on top of that, and in a lot of our African foods we put meats in it, and she's a dog, so I'm like, so I tapped into like my African, my African side real quick, and so I started mixing her food. With these. I don't know if you guys could see it, but it's the Caesar Home Delights dog food. I guess it would be considered wet dog food. And there's different kinds, and this one is slow cooked chicken and vegetables in dinner sauce. This one is the T-bone steak mixed with eggs and cheese. Sounds delicious. I figured she'd like it. And her favorite is actually, it's like a sausage and egg type version that she really liked. This is the turkey, green beans, and potatoes. So the moment I started mixing these, first I softened up her kibble and then I mixed this in. She started picking up and eating. She's still not 100% just eating out the bowl on her own, but she eats about 50% on her own first, and then I end up like putting the rest in my hand and hand feeding her, and she gets to about 100%. So that's what we've been doing. But I'm still really happy because we went from, actually I should tell you guys, I was feeding her the baby food through a syringe. So I hated it. I didn't actually hate feeding her, but I hated just seeing her not eat on her own. But eventually, with patience and tips and guidance from people that I spoke to, she's eating on her own. Thank God. So Sage is still not 100% eating on her own. So at feeding time, this is what I have to do sometimes. Like, I let her eat on her own first, and then I put whatever's in the bowl in my hand and she'll eat. Usually majority of it. Sometimes she doesn't really want to eat it and I don't force her. As long as she gets something in her stomach, and she's already had her first meal of the day anyway, so I'm not too worried. And sometimes I'll just like lay on the mat like that and she'll eat it. That's why there's so much food on here, because I have to make it almost like a game just so she could get food in her stomach, or else like she'll just play and she won't eat. Potty training. We started by using the pee pads. When I first brought her home that first night, we used the pee pads. She did have accidents, of course, but I was really planning on using the pee pads. But after speaking to someone at the SPCA, because the first week with Sage was rough, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, and I felt overwhelmed a little bit, but not in I wish I didn't get this puppy, or I don't want this puppy type of way. It was more so, this puppy is innocent, I'm the one that don't know what I'm doing, so I need to seek help. So I know exactly what I need to be doing to make sure that she is adjusting how she needs to adjust in this home, because it is her home now. So yeah, I reached out to someone and got some free info, and she told me about this thing called the triangle, which is just taking the dog from the crate outside first to potty, back in the house. You take the dog from the crate outside to potty, bring them back inside. You have playtime with them, do what you want, you know, have fun, and then back to the crate, outside, potty, and that's the routine. And you know, that gets them used to knowing what to do next. And I kid you not, when I started doing that with Sage, everything started moving smoothly, not just for her but for me. I knew what was next, so she knew what was next, and it's been amazing. She has still had accidents here and there, but those accidents are on my part. And there's moments though where now we've gotten so much better with the crate. In the beginning, I couldn't even get her to go near it. She didn't want to go nowhere near it. But now, and I'll show you guys what her crate looks like. But now she loves the crate. She still has her moments where she doesn't want to be in there, but it's like now I can tell like that's her comfort zone, that's her place. It's just like I didn't even think I was gonna get her to be able to sleep in the crate at all. Like not only just because of her, I thought I was gonna want my dog to I thought I was gonna be so attached to her that I would want her to sleep in the bed with me all the time because I live by myself. But I quickly realized that her sleeping in the crate does good for me and her. We love on each other all day. At night, it feels amazing to have my space. She has her space. We sleep comfortably, and bright and early she's up, and we back to loving on each other. So, I mean, it's amazing. Actually, she surprised me, like, one night, because the first week or so she slept in the bed, and I'm like, okay, so this is what it's gonna be. And one day I went to put her in, it was a test. I went and put her in the crate, and I thought she was gonna start throwing her tantrum and crying. And Sage literally just cuddled on her teddy bear and went right to sleep, which surprised me, and I was so happy. And ever since then, that's been the routine. I put her in the crate at night. She whines for a little bit. I ignore it, and eventually she cuddles with the bear, and that's that. Which brings me to the items I got. I'm only gonna show you guys a few things. I have bought Sage a lot of stuff in the beginning that either didn't end up fitting her, or it was just pointless, which brings me to my next point. If you're gonna get a puppy, please don't think that you have to go overboard buying the world for it. I know we all love watching puppy hauls on YouTube. If you're somebody that can afford to go above and beyond for your puppy, there's no shame in that at all. Do that. But if you can't, and that's okay too. But that's why I'm here. I'm gonna show y'all how to create that balance on a budget. So yeah, some of the things that I wanted to show you guys, because I was gonna do just a puppy haul at first, which I did film, but I ended up going with that. So some of the things I've already started using, so I'm not really going to show you guys, but the other things I can still show. But this blanket was one of them. I got this from Five Below. She loves this blanket. She loves all her blankets. I got her a few different ones, some of them from the dollar store, from Dollar Tree. This was her original bowl that I bought for her to eat, and it's from Walmart. But she doesn't use that bowl at all. She actually has a smaller bowl that's in the kitchen that she used. It was actually a cat bowl that I bought, and it's perfect. That one is too big. She wasn't eating that all anyways. I bought that smaller one for travel, but me thinking quick, I was like, I'm pretty sure right now that size would be perfect for her. It's green also. It's like a little bit lighter than that one, but that's the one she eats in. This was the first mat that I had in her crate, but we have her other one in there right now. When I had this one in, like, that's when she wasn't so much in love with the crate, but I'll show you guys how the crate is set up. So now that I put the other one in, it's been amazing. I think that's the one that she prefers. This is what Sage crate looks like. It's just a standard black crate that I got from Amazon. It was easy to put together. Right now I just have her favorite teddy bear, and yes, this is her favorite teddy bear for sure. She wrestles with it, she beats it up, she sleeps with it, she cuddles with it. This is her baby, and then this is like her guitar. It squeaks, and she can chew on this. She has a bunch of other toys laying around the house, but I kind of change them around as I see fit. So they're all somewhere around here. And in this, right above her crate, I just have this little, don't mind my wall, those handprints. I just have this little, I don't even know what to call it, wall decor that I got from Dollar Tree. I should have put a thumbtack that matches it, but it's just right above her crate, and it says Woof. I was debating if I should lower it, but that's just where it is right now. So this is it, and then right above it, it's just, I have my little meditation area right here, which I thought was perfect to put Sage here, because this little corner of my room is where I go to just get some good energy and remind myself to always just stay positive and all that good stuff. We're not gonna get into that right now. And right across from her crate is the fish tank. So she actually gets a good view when she's in the crate. She gets to look at the fishes if she wants, and she does sometimes. I've caught her just staring at it, especially like when I turn the light off at night. It's actually like really bright, so she gets something to look at. And I just have this little wall decor hanging right here. But yeah, this is Sage little corner in her crate. So just wanted to show you guys. This is her. I use this bag for 2 things. I got this bag off of Amazon, and the paper in here is just her vet records. We're going to the vet tomorrow. And yes, I'll be taking you guys along. So this is her bag. I have another one of her blankets in here. This is one of the ones from Dollar Tree. And when we go places where I know they're gonna have a problem with me just walking with her, there's places that we go that people don't mind. They're like, they love it. But there's other places where they're strict and they're like, oh hell no. So I put her in her carrier, and she does amazing in this. Like, she doesn't cry. You will barely, unless you look into it, you're not really gonna know there's a puppy in there, because she's just calm and she's good in it. I have one toy in here. I have one of her toys in here, and I have her poo bags, and it has size too, so it's still more storage and stuff. So when there's days where I'm carrying her, I just use this bag to pack her food, water, and other things, like essential things, toys and all of that stuff, and I just carry her. But there's other days where I actually use it and I put her in it. All of the other harnesses, the first harnesses I got her were from the Dollar Tree, and she was so small, like none of them fit her at all. And so I was kind of waiting for her to grow a little bit and then keep trying it. But one of our kind neighbors, very kind neighbors, who also has a puppy, so cute, so cute. I mean, that puppy is cute, okay? They had an extra harness. I was taking Sage for a walk one day, and they had an extra harness that they ended up giving to us, which saved the day, because now taking Sage outside is so much better. She's getting used to the harness and the leash and stuff like that. She doesn't fully do what I say, but what puppy does. So yeah, this is the harness that she's using. It's gonna get upgraded. This is just for training purposes. Baby girl gonna have a whole different one. But all in all, why, I don't even need to say that. All in all, I'm just so grateful for my neighbors. Sorry guys, my window's open, so I'm like, you know, I gotta see what's going on out there. But but this is what we're using right now for training purposes. We're so thankful for our neighbor giving it to us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Another quick important one item that I want to show you guys is this Kong. A Kong is just a rubber toy that you can put treats in, which is perfect right now for the age that she's at, or any age, but especially right now because she's teething right now, and she's biting on everything, on me, I don't like to talk too much about the biting because I don't want nobody to think my baby is like, no, she ain't aggressive or none of that. She's just going through a phase where she's biting like every puppy does. And my ankle and my arms and my, like, I've been chewed up, guys, that I'm just at the point where I'm used to it now. If you had a puppy or have one, you know what I'm talking about. So this toy is perfect, 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 perfect. You put the treats in, you freeze it or not, but I like freezing it. Right now there's nothing in there, but the next treat, the first few times I put plain yogurt in it, Greek yogurt, but now I want to put bananas and peanut butter in it and freeze it and give it to her. When I put this in the crate, it buys me a few hours in the morning where after I feed her, I put her back in just to give myself time to either just lay down or go make me breakfast. And she's Sage wanna go play. She's upset. I'm sorry, mama, we almost done. I put this in the crate, and for a few minutes to an hour, she's good. And quickly, that's why I'm saying do not overbuy, because a lot of these things, all of these were treats. and like training things that I bought for Sage that she hated. That she either hated or it just were she's too young to use it. So yeah, get your puppy, buy a few things, and slowly get to know them and see what they like before you overbuy. I even cooked homemade food for Sage because I really wanted her on a homemade diet, because home cooked diet, because I heard it was healthier for puppies. But of course she's just learning how to eat, so that food I ended up throwing it out just yesterday because it went bad, which I'm not mad about. My baby's on the right track. She's eating, and she's eating regular dog food, tasty dog food at that. That's very close to what I'm eventually gonna get her to eating. So we're definitely on the right track with that. This I actually got. This is just a travel bag carrier that I found at the Goodwill, and that's what we started off with. It's perfect for beach days, vet appointments. We haven't really used it because we've been using this one, but I think that one will be mainly for if we're like traveling, like taking a flight and stuff. Of course she's gonna get something bougier at a different point, but we had a starting point. So check out your local Goodwill. You don't know what you could find there. You never know what items you could find in a thrift store before, and save and then buy Sage. I'm showing these people my goods. You know, save some money for other things that the puppy's gonna need, like the vet bill. The last two items I got for her were artificial grass and a playpen. I haven't figured out how to put the playpen together, so it's still here. I need some help with that. But yeah, and with the artificial grass, I still have to like put some dirt on it from outside to make it smell like outside for her to be able to use it. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of other things and items and stuff that I did not include in this video, but it's a lot of shit to remember, okay? So whatever that's not in this video, it will show up somewhere in another video. Things like her car seat and stuff will be shown eventually. Thank you guys for watching me and Sage first vlog. We really enjoyed making this vlog for you guys. It's been such a pleasure getting to know my baby. She's so amazing. It's not easy. Don't let nobody tell you. Don't nobody got all the answers. You gotta get to know the puppy and just go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? I don't put too much pressure on her to be doing tricks and all that shit right now. I just need her to be happy. But thank you guys for tuning in to our vlog. We have so many other videos and adventures to bring you guys along with us on. We hope you like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, and we will see you guys next time. Say bye, mama. Say bye, mama.